So what are we buying? Stay tuned to find out. Alright guys, good morning, welcome back to the channel. So, I do believe a decision has been made on what vehicle we are ordering for the channel. Now, and I won't make you wait a long time. I'll give you the vehicle in a second here. But one thing I wanted to point out right off the bat before I get going is that a lot of guys made the comment in the comments section that happy wife, happy life, and it should be what your wife wants. So I want to clarify this just a touch. So initially we started looking for a vehicle to replace hers, maybe in a year and a half. And that's kind of what sparked a lot of this. But then I began looking at other YouTube channels and following my analytics, looking on Social Blade at other channels and what they're doing. And my channel grew organically, and I don't want to say it's stagnated, but it's only growing very slowly at this point. And so I need to, I really need another vehicle to add for content. So as my wife and I were talking, basically what she would want, it's turning out this is not a vehicle to replace her car necessarily. It's solely going to be purchased for the purpose of furthering the channel to do more testing and that kind of thing. So now she did X-nay the black color. She said, you are not getting black. So she is having some input on this. But I'm going to be ordering performance, not range. I'm going to be looking, I mean, there's certain things that I'm doing that if it were for her, she just wouldn't choose at all. And so this is primarily for the channel. So I'm going to tell you what vehicle it is, and then I'm going to expound on why. And I'll try and keep it brief. So we have decided, and I haven't ordered it yet, so this could change. Plus, either vehicle, either the Model Y or the Ford Mach E, I could cancel and change my mind on either one before the order's confirmed. So, we could change our minds. But for now, it looks like we have chosen to order, or I have chosen to order, the Ford Mach E. I know there are a few people that will be upset by this, but let me explain why. First off, the primary comparisons, I guess you'd say, is what I'm looking to do primarily. So to purchase a Model Y, although I agree that for pure Tesla people, that's really going to generate some interest. However, a Model Y is nearly identical to a Model 3 in many, many ways. The interior is pretty much the same. The look is about the same. The performance figures are similar. The range is similar. The look is similar. The software updates are the same. I mean, all that stuff is the same. Also, and this may not seem like a big deal to you guys, but it's a very big deal to me, my vehicle is my studio for doing videos. And if I get the Model Y, either I'm going to make the interior look the same as this, which means now both vehicles I have the exact same look, which isn't all that interesting, or I'm going to get people asking, well, why does the interior keep changing from one video to the next? Because this thing has the adjusted screen and the Alcantara dash and the different steering wheel. I want to make sure that it's obvious that I've got two different studios to shoot from. And that is another thing. The Mach E is very photogenic. Putting my camera in the position that it's in is somewhat unique to my channel, and the look, the layout of the interior of the car really does affect the look of my channel. And the Model Y would be the same pretty much as the Model 3, and that Ford Mach E is very photogenic when you look at it from that angle. So now there are I like the look of the Ford better than the Model Y, and it's not that the Model Y looks bad at all. I actually think it's gorgeous. The Model 3, I love the look of my Model 3. But the Model Y is less sporty looking than the Model 3. And whereas the Ford, just my taste, and tastes differ, but for my taste, I like the aggressive look of the Ford, which is pretty cool. So that's one deciding factor. Another one is cost. A Mach E GT is $60,500, and the Model Y Performance is, I believe, $62,500. So you would think, well, there's only a $2,000 difference. But there's not. The Mach E qualifies for the full $7,500 tax credit, and yes, my tax burden is more than $7,500 per year, so I can take full advantage of that. By the time I would take delivery of the Model Y, I wouldn't have that. I don't think there'd be any tax credit available. So between the $2,000 difference in purchase price and the $7,500 tax credit, we are looking at a $10,000 difference in price. Good grief, for that much, I could just about go out and buy a used BMW i3 or some other used EV to add even more content to the channel if I really wanted to. But that's neither here nor there. But I just, there's a big difference in cost. So I want to be able to do comparisons. And here's the thing. When I asked you guys to chime in, I had far more comments that I should get the model or the Mach E than to get the Model Y. So now I'm not purchasing this just based only on the perspective of those in the comments section, but it is one thing to look at. If I heard 90% of the people say that they hate the thought that I would buy any other car or whatever and they're going to leave the channel, I would listen and probably not get the Ford, because I'm not trying to alienate my viewer base. I'm trying to draw in new viewers. So, and some of the most devoted Tesla fans that have said that they don't like the thought of me getting the Ford will generally follow up with a comment like, but I'd probably still watch because if for no other reason, I want to see how it compares to your Tesla. So, you know, this, what you guys have said has very much swayed my decision for sure. And so I want to be able to do comparison videos. And now here's the thing. A number of people have said, well, the Tesla has better specs in every area. Well, I don't know about every area, but in most areas, potentially. You take the Performance Y versus the Performance Ford, and the Performance Y looks like it's going to be the same to potentially a little bit faster 0 to 60 time. The range is better on the Model Y. We know that the efficiency is just better all around. So not just the range, but the cost per mile to operate is going to be better on the Model Y. The software updates we know are really good from Tesla. Now the Ford's supposed to have over-the-air software updates. Don't know what that means. Does that mean once a year they update the maps for the GPS and that's it? I don't know. Are they going to add new features and change the look out of the screen? You know, change the look of the screen the way Tesla does? I don't know. So, you know, people have said that, well, the Model Y will get better with time because of software updates. Well, that could potentially happen with the Ford too. We don't know for sure. But here's one of the single biggest reasons I want to get the Ford. And so I want you guys to be patient with me and listen through this. Even those that are just pure Tesla fanatics, and I know a lot of them, and I kind of am to a degree, although I've been critical of them on certain things, but even all the most diehard Tesla fanatics can agree with just normal EV people on this point, and that is that it's good to get more people into EVs. And I have heard from a number of people that have said that they just don't like sort of the mystique out there about Tesla. Now, I don't want to get into a big side topic about that, but I've talked with a number of people that have said, I just can't see myself getting a Tesla. I don't like the connotation that they have. I don't like the whatever it is, but there's something about Tesla that appeals to many people and sort of repels others, in the same way that Ford appeals to some people and repels others. And I think that purchasing a vehicle from a legacy auto manufacturer, and there are others, people have pointed out the Porsche Taycan, the Audi e-tron, the Jaguar I-Pace. The problem is all of those cars are a lot more expensive. I mean off the charts. They are beyond what I can afford. And honestly, the Jaguar I-Pace and the Audi e-tron, I've been hearing about some pretty major reliability problems with them. And they're still considered a boutique manufacturer. Ford is a mainline manufacturer. So this is the first opportunity, well, maybe the second opportunity. The Chevy Bolt EV, great electric car. That's also a long-range car made by a legacy auto manufacturer. But there's a reason I'm not getting that. Desirability. It is it's a decent little car. I know Mark Benton got one, and he's talked about it on his YouTube channel, and he's had a couple of Model 3s and Model X as well. They're a good car, they really are, but they're not a performance car. They are not desirable as a performance or luxury, or they're not a premium vehicle. They're more of a basic transportation type vehicle. Good car, but I don't see my viewership growing drastically if I get one. I could get a used one at this point, but that's another part of it, is that it's not a newer vehicle. It's been on the market for a couple of years. So the Ford is something completely new. It's newer than just another Tesla would be. And so I think that what it's going to do is draw in people, not just to my channel. This isn't only about my channel. I believe in and agree with Elon Musk's stated mission for Tesla, which is to accelerate the EV, to move EVs into the public sector even more and more. And I think that seeing legacy auto manufacturers like Ford break into the non-compliance EV sector is a really, really good thing. I want to reward Ford, I guess you'd say, by hey, let's buy in, let's buy one of their cars, and let's show the rest of the buying public that these are good cars. And I want to be able to go to EV events and meetups and car shows and promote the car. Not to promote Ford, but to promote EV adoption. Also, for those of you that really love Teslas, it will give me a launching off point. Oh yeah, I have this car, I also have a Tesla, and here's how they compare. And I can even tell them, if the Tesla's a better car, I'll tell them, you know what, honestly, my Tesla's a better car. But I got to be honest with you, I like the look of the Ford. So I'm also curious about what Ford service is going to be like. We happen to be near Wickstrom Ford in Barrington. Wickstrom is one of the best Ford dealers around. We've had very, very good luck with them. Also, Ford handles warranty issues very well, at least the dealership that we use. A good friend of mine works at the design studio in California for Ford. He didn't do any of the design work on the Mach E, but I've talked with him at length about it. He's considering getting one. And he was explaining to me a bit about what Ford has gone through regarding using the Mustang name and all of that. And the more you learn about the car, the more appealing it is. And I am not getting rid of my Model 3. I'm not stepping away from Tesla. On the contrary, I have a Roadster on order. And that's another sort of fly in the ointment to this whole thing, is whatever car I order, Model Y, Mach E, it looks like it's going to be the Mach E at this point. I have not ordered the Mach E yet, but I will be soon. If the Roadster is going to come in at a similar time as that vehicle, I may forego purchasing the other vehicle just for the Roadster, primarily because it's going to take much of my financial wherewithal to buy that Roadster. I've accrued a 40 or 45% discount on the Roadster through the referral program. So, but I still have to finance over $100,000 to buy out the rest. And so that car is coming for sure. And that was another deciding factor. Since I've already got a Tesla, my Model 3, which I'm keeping, and I've got another Tesla on order, the Roadster, I really don't need a third one. I would like another vehicle that I can do some comparison with. So those are my reasonings behind it. There's a lot of other reasons besides, but I don't want to make this video too long. So, I'll make a couple other real quick comments. A couple people had said, well, crap batteries in the Ford. They don't know that. They're using LG Chem batteries. Other than Tesla directly, LG Chem are among the better batteries out there. So that's really not an issue. I've heard other people say, well, Ford quality sucks. Have you ever bought one, a recent one? My Ford C-Max Hybrid, awesome car. My wife's 2014 Ford Fusion, great car. I've had really good luck with Ford, and Ford did not take bailout money. That really bothers me about the rest of the domestic auto manufacturers, that they took bailout money from the government. Ford didn't. I like that. So there's a lot that I like about Ford, and there's some things I dislike, and I'll be straight with you, but there's a lot that I like about them. And I've heard multiple Ford executives make the statement to me that Tesla has their stuff figured out, and that Ford has taken Tesla's lead. Are they copying Tesla? You know what? Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. They're not copying Tesla, but they are taking a couple plays out of Tesla's playbook. The large center screen, over-the-air software updates, ordering online, pre-ordering the car, a frunk up front, which, by the way, in the Mach E is a huge frunk. It's twice the size of the Model 3, which is great. Of course, the body form factor, it's an SUV, you can do that. But yes, they're copying Tesla in some ways, or again, not necessarily copying, but they're taking some of Tesla's lead. And I don't think that's a bad thing. That's actually a good thing. And another thing I like is that Elon Musk has gone on record to congratulate Ford for their vehicle. And Ford, I've watched a couple videos, and I've heard personally from Ford people that, hey, Tesla really has their stuff together, and we see that, and we want to kind of follow their lead and make a compelling vehicle. That's one other thing. Electric vehicles, we are finally moving past the stage of cheap, crappy, econo shoebox that only goes 60 or 70 miles on a charge and is butt ugly and you don't want to be seen in it. We're moving past that, and I'm thrilled about it. So anyway, I'm interested to see how everything goes. We have some family members that are diehard Ford devotees that like big rumbling V8s that I've mentioned, this Mustang Mach E, and they like the Mustang name being attached to it, and they're more interested in it because of that. So I can do a whole nother video on the naming of it and all that. But I wanted to give you guys a heads up. Be looking for a video. I'm going to walk you guys through the whole ordering process for the car. And I'm going to already begin some of the comparison videos between, even though I haven't, the Ford won't be available for a solid year, I want to at least walk you guys through some feature comparison differences so you can understand it a little bit better. So anyway, if you have any questions for me, let me know. Leave them in the comments section below. And I look forward to taking this journey with you guys. So have a great day now. Take it easy. Bye-bye.